Yes, students, now it is a time to overcome the limitations of Bohr's model and to understand new concept quantum mechanics, modern quantum mechanics. For that, you need to know few basic fundamental principles of quantum mechanics. Actually, the quantum mechanics, modern quantum mechanics is originated from days of de Broglie. The spell is de Broglie. De Broglie in 1924 put forwarded one interesting idea. Actually, Einstein already told wave has particle nature. Wave has dual nature. Electromagnetic wave has mass. And he has given famous energy equation E is equal to mc square. Without mass, energy is not possible. So particulate thing and wave thing are related in electromagnetic wave. That was an idea given by Einstein. What de Broglie did, if particle nature is possible for wave, then why not wave nature is possible for particle? So he put forward a new concept. Matter, material, particle can be in the form of wave. And he brought the new idea about matter wave. And he said wavelength of matter wave lambda is equal to h upon mv. What is h? Planck's constant. What is m? Mass of the matter. What is v? Speed of the matter. And we can consider electron in the form of matter wave. If electron is in the form of matter wave, then can we understand its behavior? Can we understand its function? Can we solve the function? Likewise, many ideas came out. Why de Broglie thought about electron? Because meanwhile, people came to know periodic properties of the elements are due to atomic number, means number of protons, and chemistry is due to loss or gain of the electrons. So chemistry is dealing with the behavior of the electron, and to that electron de Broglie is saying it is a wave. It is a matter wave with wavelength lambda is equal to h upon mv. Because of this new concept, further new ideas came out. So is the first principle clear? That's a de Broglie equation. Now you may be with the question, what this matter wave exactly is? What is the difference in electromagnetic wave and matter wave? The first difference is electromagnetic wave, as it originates, it leaves the source. It goes away from the source. So if any fire spark you light, whatever the light of that fire spark will move out immediately, will not remain there. Whatever the light originates, maybe the light of the bulb, light of the flash, as soon as it originates, it leaves the source. But what about matter wave? Matter wave remains with the source. Matter wave remains with the matter. New, interesting concept. Second difference is electromagnetic waves can be absorbed or emitted. Means absorption spectra, emission spectra that we have studied, means that energy radiations can be absorbed. But what about matter wave? Matter wave cannot be absorbed and cannot be emitted. It's a second difference. Electromagnetic wave has one particular speed, that we say the speed of light, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What about matter wave? Matter wave has no fixed speed. What is the example of electromagnetic wave? That's the sunlight. Best example. And what is the example of matter wave? Electron in an atom. That electron is a wave. Electron is a matter wave. And now, because of that matter wave concept, mathematicians got a good scope to find or to define the wave function, to formulate the equation to solve the function. And what are the answers that we got? Those are very interesting. So let us see the second principle, which is generated because of the wave nature of the matter in order to describe the wave function of the matter. And that principle is Schrodinger equation or Schrodinger principle. Schrodinger found a differential equation to solve or to understand this wave function. What is our wave function? We represent it by psi. Now see the differential equation. That's a Schrodinger equation and the terms involved in it.
It is a double differential equation which involves partial derivatives. Curly D or DABA symbols are used there. In this equation, psi, pronounced as psi, S-I-G-H, is the amplitude of electron wave function. E is the total energy of the system. V is the potential energy of the system. M is the mass of the electron. H is the Planck's constant. X, Y, and Z are the coordinates of the electron. Its use is to find energy of electron. Also, to solve equation properly, there is a need of three quantum numbers. Schrodinger equation can give us idea about first three quantum numbers, a triplet.
Schrodinger, after solving, said that wave function is a triplet. Wave function depends upon three things. Wave function depends upon three quantum numbers. Those are principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, and magnetic quantum number. But what is the fourth quantum number that we know? Which is that spin quantum number. For that, Schrodinger has not given the explanation. Ernest Schrodinger did this development in 1926. In 1928, Dirac has given some suggestion. He modified the Schrodinger equation and he came across not only three, four parameters are there, four constants are there. Those are needed to describe the wave function. So that is our fourth quantum number. Yes, spin quantum number. So because of the work of Schrodinger and Dirac, we came to know how the wave function behaves, on which factor wave function depends. So once we define the wave function, then interaction, mingling, combination and resultant new wave function that we can discuss. But the basis of the formation of the wave function, basis of the parameters on which that wave function depends, that you should know, that I had informed. So after this second principle, that's a Schrodinger and Dirac's improvement. The third principle is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. We say Heisenberg uncertainty principle. What Heisenberg said, simultaneously, exactly, position and momentum we cannot measure. Certainly there will be uncertainty. Certainly there will be error. So if I consider delta x is an error in the position finding and delta p is an error in the momentum finding, then delta x into delta p is greater than equal to h upon 4 pi. It is an uncertainty principle, and that has changed a lot about the understanding of atom.
Let us recap simple principles of quantum mechanics. Louis de Broglie in 1924 suggested wave nature to the electron and introduced a new concept of matter wave. Equation he has given, lambda is equal to h upon mv. Lambda means wavelength, h means Planck's constant, m means mass of the matter, and v is the speed of the matter. Further understanding it, we do have circumference of a circle means 2 pi r. R is the radius of the circle. If lambda is the wavelength, then circumference must be integral multiple of lambda. Therefore, what I can represent? N lambda is equal to 2 pi r. Substituting lambda from de Broglie equation and rearranging the equation, easily you can find mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Do you remember this equation? Where do you come across this equation? Yes, in Bohr's theory, it was there, one of the postulates of Bohr's theory. Angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. It means that angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. And this was a Bohr's postulate which was put forwarded in 1911. An explanation 13 years after the Bohr's postulation we are finding because of de Broglie. And during the Bohr's postulate's explanation, I said whatever the explanation in different books we get regarding this angular momentum, it is not given by Bohr, it is given by de Broglie, and it came later. So, what matter wave exactly de Broglie wanted to say? For that, let us see four differences between electromagnetic wave and matter wave. Electromagnetic wave moves away from source in space immediately after formation, while matter wave remains with source. Second difference, electromagnetic wave can be absorbed or emitted. Matter wave cannot be absorbed or emitted. Third difference, electromagnetic wave has speed equal to speed of light and matter wave has no fixed speed. Example of electromagnetic wave, sunlight, and for matter wave, electron in an atom. Now for this matter wave, now second principle we are talking about. Ernest Schrodinger in 1926 introduced a mathematical approach due to which we can describe atomic and molecular structures. And in detail, Schrodinger equation we have seen, that was a differential equation. What was the use of this equation? To find energy of electron. And to solve this equation, we need three quantum numbers. Those three quantum numbers are not randomly, not arbitrarily. Reasons are there for those quantum numbers. And those quantum numbers needed to describe psi are principal quantum number small n, azimuthal quantum number small l, magnetic quantum number ml. That's a triplet n, l, ml. In 1928, Paul Dirac corrected Schrodinger equation. After solving corrected Schrodinger equation, we can get additional quantum number, and that quantum number is spin quantum number. Now what can we say? The terms of four quantum numbers, the complete wave function can be represented as psi n l m l m s is equal to psi orbital into psi spin, means psi n l m l into psi ms. This improved understanding of electron wave. Now I am coming to the third principle. After improvement suggested by Schrodinger and Dirac, now third principle is uncertainty principle. Werner Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. What he said, it is not possible to determine simultaneously and exactly both the position and momentum of moving minute particle. Mathematically, delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h upon 4 phi, where delta x is uncertainty in position and delta p is uncertainty in momentum. Yes, students, as a homework, only one simple question I am asking here. What is the name of correct model of atom? Only you have to write name in the comment box. Every student should write the answer. I am waiting for your answers.
So what exactly Schrodinger equation applications are there that we are discussing? Before that, let us discuss four quantum numbers in next part.